Do you love colored vinyl records? Do you enjoy watching various shades of colors spinning around at a steady pace on your turntable at 33 revolutions per minute? Well, in today's video, I'm going to share why I personally love colored vinyl records and why I think they're one of the coolest things about the vinyl hobby itself. Welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, I'm going to be talking all about colored vinyl records. And to kick this off, you might be thinking, okay, Mike, now why is this particular record behind you? This is an Alicia Keys record. It probably comes on pretty typical black vinyl. What is so special about this? Well, my friends, there's a story here. Now, this is my first record. Now, that comes with a bit of a caveat. I have mentioned in a previous video that I did technically grow up with records. I had a turntable in the home, and even though it wasn't used all that frequently, one of the albums I did love spinning as a kid was a Jackson 5 Christmas album. But when I really on my own decided to truly dive into the vinyl hobby, that was in 2013, and the first album that I purchased was this one. Now, although eventually I started purchasing at least some of my vinyl records inside of vinyl record stores in 2013 and 2014, when I first got into the hobby, I still remember purchasing this particular record on Amazon. Now, when I got the album, I had no idea that colored vinyl records really existed. I just expected to open it up and it looked like every single record that I had always seen growing up, which was black, like me. Why did you say that? When I actually cracked it open and I looked inside, I was really surprised to see that it kind of came on a light purple, almost like a lilac tone of color. And so over time, while I wouldn't say I made it a point to buy colored vinyl records, I still bought the records that I really wanted and took chances on records that I had no particular experience or attachment to. Most of the albums were still on black vinyl. And of course, as I was buying a lot of used records, albums that came out in the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, and so on, those definitely were on black vinyl. But it wasn't until I really started dipping into the more modern artists that I really started to see and enjoy all of the wild, vast colors that these vinyl records actually came in. You could open up an album and see a bright yellow record and put it on your record player and just be dazzled by how it spins and how it contrasts with your actual turntable. Some vinyl records I bought were really vibrant in their orange or in their pink colors. Some albums came in various swirls of colors. Some of them had blue swirl in them. Some of them had pinkish or purple or green swirl in them. Some vinyl records actually matched the theming of the actual record itself. So if you got a Christmas record, one of the records might actually be red, the other one might be green. Then there are the records that may have a really cool splatter effect to them. They may come in a base color, but then have a splash of color kind of branching out from the center towards the edges. It's just really cool. And overall, I think that's what I like the most about colored vinyl records when it comes to the vinyl hobby. It's just cool. Now, of course, we listen to vinyl for all kinds of different reasons. It can be nostalgia. It could be because, well, I think that vinyl records just simply sound the best. But I think that, at least for me, you can't just overlook the cool factor. Sometimes you just want to have a really cool, fun experience listening to your vinyl records. And I think the colors, all of the various shades, the splatter effects, the swirling effects, how you can theme the colors to the actual vinyl record itself, whether it's the cover art or the characters that the artwork is actually displaying, all of that is really cool, and it's very creative too. I appreciate the thought process that goes into not just coming up with the colors, but the reason behind the colors, the swirls, the splatter effects. Again, it's cool. And while on my collecting journey, I did try things like picture disc vinyl records, which I actually did make a video on picture disc vinyl records. If you're interested, I will link to that below in the description. I have to say that picture disc vinyl records, if you're looking for a spoiler alert for that video, really didn't impress me all that much, because at the end of the day, although I want to have a cool and fun experience when it comes to my vinyl records, I still want them to sound good. And picture disc vinyl records, in my opinion, really just didn't sound as good as traditional black vinyl records or colored vinyl records. But ultimately, that's what I think is most impressive about colored vinyl records. They don't have to sacrifice sound in order to be fun and cool. They can come in all kinds of various colors and variations. They can come with swirls. They can come with splatter effects. They can stand out and represent your collection in a really unique and fun way without having to sacrifice any sound quality at all. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, put the words colors in the comment section below. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. I definitely appreciate it whenever you take the time out of your day to do that. And definitely hit the subscribe button as well if you want to be alerted whenever a new video drops. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. And as always, stay devoted to vinyl.